What was it like to be alive in 1970? Well, it was a year of wild hopes and crazy despair, a time of political, economic, and cultural chaos. The world was in turmoil. Revolution and war and a host of lesser agonies threatened to tear our fair Babylon apart. The unruly young of Radioland were loudly demanding just about everything, and their elders were loudly demanding that the unruly young of Radioland please shut up. Good evening. This is Wallow Anchorman of YBS, your broadcasting system, with a very special radio special designed to carry us back to those not-so-very halcyon days, to relive, or for those of us of more tender years, to experience for the first time this state of almost comic bewilderment that was our lot in those confusing days. We have decided to simply replay, in its entirety, a fairly typical news broadcast of the time as it was actually aired over the radio one typical evening long ago. Imagine, if you will, that it is 1970, and you're sitting by your radio, wondering just what in the world is going on. Broadcasting system.
KNOW
Dome City. Hevy Gunz Industries presents Right on Time. In a moment, Wallow Anchorman with all the news you need to know. But first, this vital message in your interest.
KNOW Radio Good Neighbor Message Time with a reminder that today's National Penal Institution Day. So support your local penal institution, where those who take things they haven't paid for are sent to teach them to do without. Remember, without punishment there can be no redemption, so support your government's efforts to redeem those who strike out against society as we know it. And above all, don't you do anything you shouldn't do, or your government may have to lock you up for your own good. This has been a KNOW Good Neighbor Message.
And now, Wallow Anchorman.
Proconsul Dick Cancel and Legal General Muddle of the Ministry of Judgment were closeted today in a high-level conference on means of controlling Radioland's current dope and dissent dilemma. Making a list and checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Your government is going to town. Oleum Incorporated, world's leading manufacturer of pollutants, announced plans today to build a giant new pestilence plant just northwest of Flower City, directly in the path of the prevailing winds. Flatulent Aura, president of the firm, a wholly owned subsidiary of Mammoth Gantry Incorporated, together with his board of directors, had this to say in reply to charges by a group of concerned human beings who claim that the construction of the plant will result in the death of all life.
We can do anything we feel like doing and tough poop on everybody.
Radioland's leading synthesizer of consumer products, De Facto Milk and Neo Honey Company, moved ahead with plans to close down one of their major plants in Big Cityburg. We interviewed a working slob down in the De Facto factory.
I'm just a working slob. I'd rather die than lose my job. Nothing's really free, I guess, except the apples on the tree. You pay a lot for everything when you're a slob like me.
KNOW.
Dome City.
And now here's your on-the-spot reporter, Dickie Deacon in Gehenna Heights with a special report.
The Bank of Big Cityburg was forced to foreclose Gehenna Heights, a post-one of our war's suburban overdevelopment, as de facto milk and neo-honey company layoffs cut into the paying ability of its residents. For many of them, former employees of de facto milk, which formerly employed almost everybody, simply could not make the payment, possibly due to their formerly extravagant life of style. The mighty firm Big Erection moved in behind the eviction teams and demolished the matchstick-like homes as beautiful new luxury high-rise pasteboard apartment complexes overlooking each other rose in their places. Most of the former residents of Gehenna Heights are standing in the streets in front of the wreckages of what a few hours ago were their homes. Husbands and wives together, facing what now seems to be a rather bleak future. Homeless, jobless, owning only a great deal of meager possessions.
Believe it or not, now you can afford to own anything you want. That's right. Our unique Good Neighbor credit plan means you can own today and never pay. Every debt you incur is automatically passed on to your next-door neighbor. Now you can buy that big color TV, that great new car, that luxury vacation home. Send for your Good Neighbor credit card now, care of this program, and make the Joneses keep up with you.
Well, the de facto milk and neo-honey company began closing many of its doors today, particularly to the low-echelon flunky-level type of personnel, who do the dirty and laborious jobs that those with finer sensibilities abhor. Here's Bill Blab with a report from a low dive near the de facto factory, where a number of recently idled working slobs have gathered to discuss their grievances.
Give me another beer. Bring a beer over here.
This is Bill Blab. I'm on location here at a bar, a low dive. I'm interviewing one of the strikers right now.
I need another beer, boy. I need a beer. Well, the way I feel about the whole thing, them throwing us out of work, I don't know. It seems I threw my life away working for the boss. And now it's coming time to pay, and I am at a loss. I can't make the payment. I can't even buy the beans. Why, I can't raise a smile. I haven't got the means.
Oh, that certainly seems to be a difficult problem indeed, and one facing many of the strikers, perhaps indeed all of them. This Bill Blab on location, returning you now to radio control.
Elsewhere in the general economic turmoil, lots of men were idled as the Great Big Wildcat strike spread. Consul Big Ol' Bully of the Great Big Union, accompanied by his fellow union officers, held a press conference in his plush offices in the Great Big Union Temple. When asked just what the big union's demands are, O'Bully replied,
We want more money.
We want lots more money.
We want more money.
We want lots more money.
I said it before, and I'll say it plenty.
We want lots more money.
We want more money.
We
want more money. We want more money. I said it before. I'll say it at plenty. We want more money. We want more money. More. More money. More. We want more money. More. We want more money. We want money. We want more money. We want your money.
More money.
We want your money. We want your
crashing! The economy is crashing!
The economy is crashing!
Yes, run to Archie Gobbles. The economy is crashing, but this is to your advantage, folks, because the prices are crashing too. Yes, Archie Gobbles' used vehicle emporium is happy to announce a giant crash of the economy sale. Yes, tens of thousands of almost new Archie Gobbles used cars, many of them repossessed from bankrupt owners after only a few days' wear, now being offered at Archie Gobbles' Mammoth Lot in Gehenna Heights, where Millicent Parkway crosses the interexchange at grotesquely low prices. Prices so low at Archie Gobbles you will think you're witnessing the death of capitalism. Super deals at Archie Gobbles, all credit cards honored. Get out to Archie Gobbles right away before the final crash.
This is Wilson Buckafella asking all of you good folks out there in Radioland to keep your faith in our wonderful system of massive production and profitability in partnership with enlightened legalism. Pay no attention to those who say that capitalism is collapsing and civilization as we know it is doomed. Despite the plummeting market, I am buying, and I urge those of you who have any money left to do the same, as I am confident that although a few marginal holders may be liquidated, our system itself is fundamentally sound, and I will retain and perhaps even augment my vast fortune. So pay no attention to those who urge you to take your money out of the bank immediately for fear they will fail. Pay no attention to those rumors that the banks don't have enough money. Remember, your government itself would have to fail before the banks would fail. So keep working for money and put your money in the bank. This has been Wilson Buckafella. Thanks.
Say, Radiolanders, your government is in desperate straits. Don't be so foolhardy as to turn your back on it. Be smart. Get behind your government and push. A message in the public interest.
KNOW.
Dome City.
This is Bill Blam. Things look pretty glum right now, but we at KNOW Radio feel sure if we keep talking loud enough and fast enough, everything will be all right. So if you'll just stay tuned, folks, we'll keep on talking. Yes, it's non-stop sound at KNOW Radio!
The Ladies United Brotherhood, LUBE for short, of militant females, a lube leader, Les Labia.
Men seem to think all a woman is for is to make love to, and have babies, and fuss over him, and make a beautiful home, and cook delicious meals, and be happy, and loving, and beautiful all the time. Well, we've got more important things to do. We women of Ladies Lube are training for this overthrow and subjugation of men and their evil system of sexploitation, as exemplified by this popular recording by one of their most desperately benighted victims, the lovely Miss Astral Succubus.
Gee, I just love my body. Isn't it nice beside it? I know you just love my body. There is no reason to doubt it. I know I just love my body. What would I do without it? Don't you just love my body? What could you have against it? Gee, I just love my body. Why should I try to hide it? KNOW.
Dome City.
Your government formalized a new and final treaty with the Injuns, at last freeing them from the paternalism which has so cloyed relations between the Injuns and their betters. The Injun chiefs met with Great Pink Father, Proconsul Cancel himself, to sign over everything and smoke the peace pipe.
We have today met with these slow and dignified appearing old Injun chiefs to free them at last from any dependence on handouts. The Injuns are a wonderfully childlike race, simple and dignified, but hardly able to cope with the complexities of modern real estate law and mineral exploitation. Accordingly, we have taken the vast and difficult to manage preservations off their hands so as to protect them from ruthless operators. The tribes will soon be moved to beautiful and scenic new quarters in a remote and highly spiritual box canyon in Dead Gully, Arizona, where they will be happy forever. I will now affix my signature to said treaty. Dick, dot the I there, cancel, C-A-N-C-S-E-L. Now, if you chiefs will just put your X's on this line right here. See there? Right on this line here. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Don't worry, everything will be all right. Everything's just gonna be all right. You too, Chief, sign it. Put your X there. Oh, that's right. That's right.
Now we took 'em peace pipe.
Peace pipe. Well, I'm pretty busy, Chief.
You took 'em. Long time ago, great Indian culture hero, go to far mountain. Bring back holy smoke. Bring great peace to Indian nation. We pass 'em pipe. Great pink father took 'em.
Well, all right, guys. All right, fine. One hit, and then I've got to get back to the Bright House. Just, one hit, I swear. Oh, well, thanks a lot, fellas. Thanks a lot. I've got to get back to running things, You chiefs, you just toke your peace pipe as long as you want.
You toke 'em. One more toke.
Well, no, really, see, I've got to get back, Chief. I really do. I'm quite busy now. And I've got to get back. What about the war?
Plenty time. You toke 'em now.
Well, okay, one more toke and toke, and then I really got to go. Really, yes. Just one more. Oh, gee. Gosh, well, I sure would dig to talk some more, Chiefs, but I've really got to get back to the war now.
Great pink father toke 'em one more time. Me just load 'em pipe.
Well, gee, now, Chief, you see, I've got this mandate, and I was talking to the
great pink father toke 'em. Many moons Indian custom.
Well, okay, one more hit. Cloud Mountain. One more, and then I've really got to get back to work. I really do.
He's good. Peace
pie. Oh, gee. Oh, thanks. Oh, wow. Well, I guess I'll just have. Well, maybe I'll just have one more then. One more, and then I'll. Yeah, one more here, and I'll just. I really gotta be going.
One more talk.
No, I've.
One more.
Oh no.
Like.
One more. Just one more. Oh, you wouldn't mind, I guess. So one more. Just one more. I've gotta get back to work. I've got to get back to work. Have to be leaving now because kind of
good friend to
back. Good friend. Huh? I've got to get back to work. Work.
Dick.
Oh well, I don't know. I've got to get back to work now. I've got to get back to work. I've got to get to fight the war. Back to work. Back to I'll get back.
KNOW.
Dome City.
This is your weather girl, Molly Fye, with the latest news of the air. Weather will continue in your vicinity through the rest of your days and on into the future, with temperatures staying well within the narrow range so necessary to sustain life as we know it around the world. The relative humidity right now is very low, and perception is nil. Consequently, there will be occasional calms up to gusts, with winds continuing in a generally this-a-way or that-a-way direction, and things may cloud up suddenly, particularly in the urban sprawl, but you may expect a rather serene high in the Dome City region. So if you stay tuned, you may weather the weather. There may be thunder, followed by rain. but the sun will soon shine through. This has been your weather girl, Molly Fye, with the latest news of the air.
Humble of your new Action Church can arrange it quick and easy.
What's a PT, Thelma?
That's short for Pregnancy Termination, Madge. And your new improved Action Church hand-to-hand with your Radioland Disease Association can eradicate any unwanted life that you may be harboring in your body with absolutely no danger whatsoever to your health, well-being, or soul. Reverend Humble, your key new action preacher, can explain the whole idea.
Sit down, Madge.
Gee, Reverend Humble.
Just call me Hum, Madge.
Oh, all right, Hum. You see, I've got this little ball of cells.
I understand perfectly, Madge. And I sympathize 100%. Why should an active, modern young woman like yourself let procreation interfere with her sex life?
Can you help me, Reverend?
Certainly. Dr. Fester of the university will perform the necessary fetal elimination in the back seat of his automobile. Strictly confidential, no one ever need know, and the cost is a mere exorbitant fee. I'll arrange it immediately.
Gee, thanks, Hum. But gosh, I didn't know the church went in for this kind of thing.
Well, we of the New Action Church believe that it is our holy mission to help out our fellow human beings, no matter how low or degenerate they may be. By their good works shall ye know them, lest any man boast. And you can see by our own good works how wonderful we are. You see, we no longer try to pull the wool over people's eyes with that old spirituality stuff. No, we're the New Action Church. Our job in today's world is revolution.
That night, in the back seat of a car just off a lonely stretch of freeway.
You need have no fear, Madge. I am a doctor, and as you know, we doctors are holy and benevolent. We never make mistakes, and it's manifest by our enormous incomes that we're very valuable to society. Now kindly lift your legs just a trifle. That's right. You know, this wonderful new drug, no mind at all, only recently developed by your government, which Nurse Nummy is now injecting into your veins, will soon render you absolutely insensible. At which point, I'll merely insert this handsome stainless steel womb zoom fetal plunger, and your unfortunate and inconvenient pregnancy will be cut off mercilessly.
Doctor, I seem to be fading away.
Yes, my dear, you're asleep now. Oh, nurse?
Yes, Doctor?
Womb zoom. Womb zoom.
Womb zoom.
Oh, dear me. There we go. Oh, here he comes. There the little bugger is. Oh, yes, here he is. No doubt his consciousness is on a plane so far removed from ours that the death for it is merely one more unfathomable experience. No need at all for us to trouble our minds. Oh, nurse, a sloppo bag.
Sloppo bag.
Thank you, nurse. Oh, there we go. Well, it's wonderful to be able to do good and make money, too.
Hi, Madge. Gee, you look great. Hi, Thelma. I feel great, too. And me and my rowdy have missed a single night of fun thanks to Reverend Humble and our new improved Action Church.
Yes, guys and gals, why don't you do as Madge and Thelma have done and get with the new Action Church in your neighborhood? It's the church that really does things to people.
This has been Wallow Anchorman with all the news you need to know. Stay tuned for the inspirational message which follows immediately.
And now, eternity.
Well, there you have it. A fairly typical news broadcast of a fairly typical day of a not-so-typical year, 1970. There are those who make light of such troubled times, mockers who may think themselves better or even wiser than others, some who say life is just a pack of cards, and all the cards are jokers. But having heard for ourselves, as we have just heard for ourselves, how the storm of troubles rages, we can only pity those poor individuals of light mind who like to make fun of us. They may find us laughable, but we know better. Hoping for happier days, this is Wallow Anchorman for YBS, your broadcasting system.
Right on! A production of Hevy Gunz Industries.
The preceding program was transcribed earlier for broadcast at this time.